My fellow flames of amethyst, welcome to the first of a new series of videos I've been developing for quite some time. Welcome to the Amethyst Archive, a new series about the lore of Wuthering Waves and all of the secrets it holds. If you enjoy this video, please hit that like and subscribe button and leave a comment down below. Today we will be talking and discussing about a disease that threatens and is a present risk to all resonators. Today we will be talking about the overclocking. The first question we must ask is, what is overclocking exactly? Each resonator that has ever been born has a Forte examination report that evaluates their status as a resonator. These individuals exhibit a resonance ability, also known as a Forte, through a symbol known as the tacit mark on their bodies. And they may have unique resonance spectrum patterns that determine their abilities and relate to their attributes. They are classified by their Ray-Bell's curve into one of the following types of resonator: natural, mutant, congenital, or artificial. According to experts, a resonator's abilities are often influenced by their past experiences and subconscious mind. An artificial resonator, however, is created when a human and a tacit discord fuse together and become one. These types of resonators are an unnatural creation made by the Fractidus, and these resonators unfortunately have an increased chance of overclocking. One of these unnatural creations is in fact Camellia, which is coming to the Black Shores in version 1.4 of Wuthering Waves. Overclocking is when a resonator is overexerting one's mental and physical capability beyond the resonance capacity, and is an exhausted emotional state that can lead to overclocking. Losing control of one's Forte power. Going beyond one's resonance ability limit critically, while having low stability puts a resonator at risk of overclocking, and they are to be monitored at all times. Overclocking can lead to mass outbursts of pure power, ruled only by blind and uncontrolled emotion. A blind rage of sorts, except far more dangerous. Overclocking can trigger in a resonator by a traumatic experience, or can trigger through extreme emotional or physical pain. The mind and body comes under too much stress, thus the only instinctual way to protect itself is to revert back to the primal instincts and raw emotion of our being. Overclocking, as of this moment, has no medical cure, and once a resonator begins to overclock, they are a risk not only to themselves, but also a danger to others as well. Camellia, being an artificial resonator, has a high risk of suffering from overclocking, and could be why we see her have two different forms and physical states, and why she appears to be in such pain and discomfort in her idle animations. However, there is one resonator who was able to prevent his overclocking and could be the key to preventing others from overclocking in the future. In Resonator Yuan Wu's adolescence, during the earliest recorded use of his resonance ability, there was a near overclocking event that produced violent frequency fluctuations and uncontrolled, unpredictable behavior from him. He suffered a heavy personal loss, which caused his mind to come under extreme and immense stress. However, due to his outstanding will and self-control, he was able to prevent the overclocking, and was able to calm his body and mind. He is one of the only few resonators to ever stop the overclocking cycle. Perhaps we will never find a cure for the overclocking, however, learn to control our body and minds and discipline them enough to prevent overclocking from occurring permanently, as Yuan Wu is living proof that this is possible. There were many legends and rumors that during the great battle against the Overthrax, General Geshu Lin also suffered from an overclocking event. Due to the immense power of the Black Flame, and its immense strain it had on his body and mind, but was still able to use its power long enough to push back the Overthrax's army due to his mental control and discipline. However, this is just a legend, and these are just rumors, and it is not concrete information. Each resonator has the ability to harness different elemental skills, such as ice, fire, water, earth, air, etc. If a resonator holds great power wielding a certain element, and if they begin to overclock, and it is not contained, we could witness a true natural disaster, such as a cataclysmic event, such as scorched earth, an ice age perhaps, earthquakes that cannot be controlled, or torrential rain that will never stop while the resonator remains in this berserk out-of-control state. This is why any resonator who suffers symptoms of overclocking must be under observation at all times to prevent such a disaster from occurring. Overclocking will and must be continuously researched, for if we can learn to prevent such an unfortunate thing such as overclocking, we could learn to uncover the secrets of the resonator and resonance abilities, and perhaps learn to surpass the limits of our resonance abilities without having to worry about exerting too much power to the point where our body and mind simply cannot contain such power. If we can find a way to conquer overclocking, our resonator would be unstoppable, and have the potential to unleash true, controlled power, and do great things for all Solaris 3. Thank you all for watching this lore video about overclocking. I do hope it was most interesting to you all. If you enjoyed this series and if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like and subscribe and leave a comment down below and let me know which topic you wish me to cover next. Until then, my fellow flames, I bid you farewell.